So let us start now. Okay, so for today's meeting, it won't take long since I have already explained everything from last meeting. Okay, so the additional one that you're going to do for today is, of course, the laboratory number two, which I guess you guys have already seen this one since I've posted this one a while ago. Right. Let me just show it here. Right. So here's your laboratory number two, which talk about Ohm's law. So as you guys can see, this one is super the same with your lecture. Okay, but in here you just need to verify it with the use of LT-SPICE. Okay, so we only have two objectives to verify Ohm's law, whether it's really correct or no with the use of LT-SPICE application, and then to learn how to use Ohm's law, of course. Well, in lecture, you've already learning and how to use Ohm's law or on how to apply Ohm's law. Okay, so for the discussion, so it's very straightforward. So I'll leave this one to you guys. So this is now your part, read and understand. And then right after that very short discussion. So here are things that you need to do. Okay, so we have procedure 1 to 10. So for procedure 1 to 9, it's a combination of LT-SPICE and manual computation using the Ohm's law. All right. So actually, it's very easy to understand. So the understanding part is now up to you guys. So I will not explain everything right here because it is now your job as my student to understand what I want you guys to do. Okay. So in here we have some diagrams, or in you need to copy, of course. You have the voltage source, we have the resistor, you have the ground, and then the wires. And then I said here that you measure the current right here. Okay. And then whatever is the output, then just take a screenshot of that one and then paste it on Microsoft Word. Okay. So I would like you guys to put your answers on the Microsoft Word. Okay. So that's also one reason, okay, why I uploaded the uh, Microsoft Word format, okay, not the PDF version of this one, so that you guys can put the answer just below of this number one. So like for example, uh, you're going to put your answer on number one. So just put it right here on the next page. And then number two, then just put your answer on the blank space. And for number three, just put your answer on the blank space again. And then of course, with a screenshot of the result, etc., etc. Okay, so you guys can use this one. So just put the answer below of the number. Okay. So are we clear with that one? Hello, guys. Have you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Okay, so again, just put the screenshot below of that number if that number is asking a screenshot of your LP-SPICE schematic diagram or the graph of that uh, schematic or circuit diagram, etc. All right, so it's 1 to 9. And then for the last one, it says to give a short conclusion on what you've learned from step 1 to step 9. Okay, like what are your realizations, the things that you've learned. Okay, just only realizations and the things that you have learned from answering these numbers 1 to 9. Right? So yeah, that's it for the laboratory number 2. And I would like you guys to check this one. Okay, so I've added some information with your module overview for week 1. So of course, an additional information for topic learning outcomes, additional information for the list of topics, and then additional learning resources, which is the module 2 itself. I mean, the laboratory number 2. Okay, and then I've added here one LT-SPICE tutorial, wherein if you're still needing some tutorials, okay, so you can check this one. All right, and then we have, or I have included another website wherein it will guide you also when it comes to using the LT-SPICE 17. All right. So yeah, those are the only things that I want you guys to know when it comes to this week one. So for the week one, lab one and lab two. For the next week, so lab three and lab four. All right, and then there's no additional case study. Okay. So yeah, that is it for today's meeting. Ah, wait. Just remember, because we have I have included here a question wherein it says here using LTS by 17 measure and record the voltage from node 1 to node 2. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have node 1 here. This is just a label. Okay, this node 1 is connected to this node, and then this node is connected to this node. Okay, so this is just a label. It won't affect the result of your schematic. Okay, so when I say from node 2 to node 1, let me just create another schematic. Right, so for example, we have here when it comes to putting a label, just click the F4 or this one, this label net, okay, or just the F4. So actually we have options here wherein you can say that it's an input, it's an output, or it's bidirectional. But in most cases, I don't use them. Okay, I just put labels or the name of that specific node. So for example, node A. Okay, so it will pop up like this and then attach it to right here, and then another node, node B. So let's say this one is your node B, and then let's see we have another node, node C. So if I ask you guys to measure the voltage across node B and node A, or node B to node A, so you should just wait a second. So you should hold your probe here. So initially it will give you a red probe, okay? And then do not, just keep on holding your left click mouse and then do not let it go. And then just put it on node A. So in that case, you now have two probes measuring the component between them, okay, which is the R1 or the voltage across R1 or the current across R1. Okay. And then as you have already positioned your probe on the node A, just let it go, and then it will give you the measurement that in here we have 5 volts measurement, okay, since still, we are in series. Okay, so all of the voltages across this circuit is 5 volts. But that is the way, okay, on how to measure from node B to node A. Okay, so as you guys can see right here, we also have an indicator that it's coming from node B going to node A. Okay, that's the voltage across node B to node A. All right, so take note, polarity matters in here. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have here negative 5 volts. All right, negative 5 volts. So that is why node A to node B is also different. Okay, so if you're going to measure this one, so it will give you this positive 5 volts. Okay, so that's the importance of the polarity. Okay, so the start and then the ending point of your probe. All right, so did you guys get this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so yeah, that's actually it for today's meeting. And then the remaining time that we have is a consultation time. So to those who has a question or clarification regarding with our topics, regarding with the activities, quizzes, etc. So this is now your time to ask. So anyone who has a question so far? Okay, so you guys don't want to speak. So let me call you one by one. Mr. Carlito.
Wala naman, sir. Wala pa po.
Wala pa. Okay. Miss Alpha.
None so far, sir.
Okay, Miss Mariel. Answer. Right. Mr. Jandem Stepa.
Clear, sir. All clear.
Hingi ng lugar na. Anyway. And then for Mr. Aizel.
Sir, wala po.
Mr. Christian.
Sir, wala po.
Alright. Miss Erlene Joy.
Wala po, sir.
Mr. Eric Jan. Answer. And for Mr. Cersis.
Wala po, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Ursua.
Wala po, sir.
And Mr. Segun. Any question or clarification? Mr. Segun, palabay mo? Maybe he's not around. Right, how about Miss Jennifer Ann?
None, sir.
Mr. Bradley? Wala po, sir. Feeling ko naka-ready na yung wala po, sir. Nakapag-end, nandun na kagad eh. Mr. Jail Barry? Answer. And Mr. Dale Joshua? Answer. And who else? I didn't or I wasn't able to call. All right. All right. So I would like you guys to learn this one thing. Okay. So for you to enjoy this 50 millisecond, like the one that we're setting, okay, in simulation is actually the time that your schematic will run. Okay. So as you guys can see, I've set the running time for 50 millisecond, meaning our schematic will run for 50 milliseconds. So for you to be able to enjoy this one, so change the DC into AC. Okay, so it's actually super simple. Just right click the voltage source and then go to advance and click the sine wave. All right. So if you want to have an AC input, so you can choose sine wave, you can even choose pulse, you can even choose XP, but I have never used this one. Okay, only sine and then pulse. So if you want to have, let's say, we call this one triangular input and square wave input. What else? Sawtooth. Yeah, we even have sawtooth input. You can use this one. Okay, as long as you know the things that you need to tweak in here. But for sine wave, okay, the very common wave. So the only thing that you need to put in here is two only. Okay, so the amplitude and then the frequency. So for the amplitude, this is the voltage, peak-to-peak voltage of your input. So for example, we have 10 volts, right? So this amplitude now is going up to positive and positive 10 and then going down to negative 10. So you have a range of 20 volts in total, positive 10 and then negative 10. And then for the frequency, since we are in Philippines, in the Philippines, we're going to use 60 hertz. So this is the default frequency in our country. So in other country, they are using 50 hertz, and some of them are also 60 hertz. But for this example, we're just going to use 60 hertz, right? And if you're going to measure this one again, of course, oops, sine 10, 60. Why is it still in, did I forget something? Hmm. Why is this still in DC? Wait. $60. Ah, there you go. Okay. Is it a bug? You can change the waveform a while ago. Anyway, so as you guys can see, we now have a waveform. So at exactly 5 milliseconds, so we have a reading of 9 point something. And then 10 millisecond, we have, oops, what happened? It's in Zoom version. What? 50 millisecond, 50 Am I encountering a bug right now? For some reason, it's being Zoom and then wasn't able to go back to 0 to 50 milliseconds. Anyway, so you can now see the step-by-step increase and then decrementing of your voltage. Right. So yeah, that's it for today's meeting. So to those who doesn't have a question anymore, you guys may now go. And again, thank you guys for coming.
Sir, paano po yung ngayon lang ngayon lang nakasama? Kasi sir, parang nagkaroon ng problem yung canvas ko kanina. Hindi pa authentication.
All right, so to those who just joined, okay, I've just discussed on the things that you need to do in here. So for the objectives and discussion, so we just explain this one for 2 minutes, meaning I will give the part wherein you're the one who's going to read this one. And then for the procedures, so as you guys can see, we have 1 to 10 procedures. So for 1 to 9, okay, if it's asking a screenshot of your answer from the Spice, just put it below. Okay. So again, just like what I mentioned a while ago, that's the reason why I uploaded the Microsoft Word version or Microsoft Word format, not the PDF version, so that you guys can use this format or this template as itself. Okay, so you don't need to type anything. All you to do is edit this one. Just put your answer below right here for the screenshot for the number 1. Sorry, right here. Number 1 or number 2 if it's needing screenshot.
Hindi po kayo naka-screen share.
Sorry.
Sir, nag-screen share po pa kayo?
Hindi, kanina lang. Kasi inend ko na kasi kala ko patapos na yung meeting.
Sorry,
Anyway.
sir.
Okay, so again, objectives and discussion. So, kayo na bahala doon. And then we have here procedure 1 to 9. Okay, so the one that I'm showing to you guys is the laboratory number 2. Okay, wherein basically you're just going to check whether the computation and manual or manually is the same with the use of the Spice. Right? So in some questions, it is asking a screenshot. So again, you can put the screenshot below of that number. Like for example, number 1, just put it right here. Of course, since we don't have enough space, you need to put the screenshot right here. And then for the number 2, so just put the answer right here. So no screenshot. For number 3, again, you need to put the screenshot of this one. So just put it down below. Okay. And so on and so forth. So you can use the blank for, you can put your answer. And for the number 10, so this is just a short paragraph wherein yun, your conclusion or your realizations or the things that you've learned, etc. Okay. So give a short conclusion on what you've learned from step 1 to step 9. All right. So are we clear with this one, Mr. Santa Cruz?
Yes po, sir. Yes.
All right. And then, naabutan mo ba to? Itong node A to node B?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so you're good with this one now on how to measure node B to node A to node B.
Sir, di ko po nakita.
All right. Okay, so there are some questions in here wherein I've said here that using AutoSpy 17, measure and record the voltage from node 2 to node 1. Okay, so this is just an example wherein we have node A and then node B. So if it's asking you to measure from node B to node A, then you have to click your probe here. So just hold your left click button, and then we'll give you this another probe, wherein of course you're going to put it on node A because the one that you're measuring is node B to node A. And then once you position the probe on the node A, then just call this one. That's the time that you can lift now from holding the button. Okay, so right here, this just give you measurement of node B to node A. Okay. So ito na yun. Ito na yung lumabas mismo na measurement. Kung ano naman to, screenshot nyo na lang and then lagay nyo dun yung sagot. Okay. But of course, this is just an example. Okay. So pwedeng iba. Okay. Magkaiba. And take note, polarity is very important. So as you guys can see, we have negative here. But if you're going to do it the other way around, like node A to node B, it will become positive. So this is the node B to node A, which is green one. And then this is the node A to node B, which is the blue one. Okay, so magkaiba sila ng polarity. Okay, nauna yung positive, and then dito naman nauna yung negative. All right. And how did I put the label here, node A and then node B? So just click label net. Nagpa-prompt kasi yung, wait lang, alitan ko. So just click this one, label net, and then you can type here the word node A. Okay, there you go. And then you can now attach this one. You can now attach this one on our wire. All right. So label net is just a label. Okay, so supposedly this will give you a VN, VN001, VN002, VN003. Okay. So I've just changed the name of that VN001 to node A. Okay, so the one that I'm talking about is this one. Okay, VN001, VN002, VN003, and so on and so forth. Okay, so naglagay lang ako ng pangalan ng wire na to para mas madali siyang maintindihan. All right, so what else that you've missed? Probably. So I guess no more. I just added some information right here. Okay, so again, if you want to learn more about LT Spice, you can visit this one, Spark Fun. Okay, So this will teach you step by step on how to use LTSpice. Okay, so we have a video here. We have some simulation using transient, using AC analysis, using DC sweep, noise, etc., etc. But those are quite complicated circuit already, so we will not be able to reach those parts anymore. All right. So yeah, I guess that's it. Those are the only thing that I've added. Right. Right. So that's it. Any other concerns or questions?
Wala na po, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so again, here are the instructions, and then here is the part where you can submit your work. Okay, so for the lab 1, the deadline is March 3, and then for the lab 2, the deadline is March 6. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, so if you guys do not have a question anymore, then you guys may now go. And again, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Lou.
Thank you
Thank you,
din, sir.
sir.